Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I've returned from my travels and I'm back in the studio. And while I was gone, I want to say a few things. 32,000 subs, oh my god. Thank you all for subbing to the channel, it means a lot. Second, thank you all for going along with the ridiculous joke about being my sister. I never knew I had so many sisters out there. Kind of amazing. Makes me wonder what was going on during my childhood that I have all these sisters that watch my channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read the comments of the thumbs down unsubbed video. And yeah, thank you all for all of your interaction going along with my silly jokes and sarcasm for the last, well, what's been a wild ride this year, that's for sure. So you guys are awesome. So let's get back into making some magic video content for you, brought to you by Cool Stuff Inc., my amazing sponsor, who I also write for and have some articles on the website now, if you want to go check those out. So I haven't done a Judith Priest deck, a RAKDOS deck, in a while. A deck that combines Priest of the Forgotten Gods with Judith the Scourge Diva so that the sacrifice ability causes all kinds of fun triggers to happen. So we're going to do one today. We have, in the ones, we got the Gutterbones and the Firebrands to have some little critters to sack. We got Dreadhorde Butcher. I have one Mask of Immolation. I've kind of been impressed with this card, but not to the point that I can run too many. Just having a way to sacrifice, say, a giant Dreadhorde Butcher can sometimes be the difference between life and death. I know, some of you want me to thud. I'm not going to thud that. Then we also have the Priest, of course, the Judith, the Mayhem Devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, 1 damage to any target. I love this card against Scapeshift. I don't know if we'll get to see it, but if they sacrifice all their lands, they take however much damage that is. And then the card that drives the newer version of the deck, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. This card from M20 lets you make 2 1/1 elemental creature tokens and they gain haste, and then you can sacrifice them to Priest of the Forgotten Gods or just have them pumped by Judith. And they sacrifice themselves at the end step. They don't exile themselves at the end step. So that means they trigger Mayhem Devil. So that's how Chandra's little crew got to be an important part of the deck. And it's why our mana base is skewed to the red side, because this requires double red, nothing else does. And one problem the deck can have is it makes too much black mana, not enough red mana. So 7 mountains, 5 swamps, to go with the rare Dubs lands over here. Also, I'm running a good amount of removal. I have 4 Lightning Strikes, 4 Shocks, 2 Legion's Ends, and 2 Lava Coils. The biggest problem I seem to have with the deck is when the creatures can't attack. If Gutterbones and Dreadhorde Butcher aren't getting through to punch the opponent in the face, their life total is too high, and the value gained from Priest of the Forgotten Gods doesn't matter. I have to be able to get through the swarms of creatures, and it's hard to tell what I should be using. If I expect a lot of zombies from Field of the Dead, right there, then I want to Legion's End those little jerks. If I expect the new hotness, which is Kethis, the Hidden Hand, being a 3/4 legendary creature, I need to Lava Coil that and never have it come back. So I'm trying these out. With Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, you can flash them back with the -2 ability, and that helps. And then the Shocks and Lightning Strikes are to clear up everything else and go Dome, because sometimes you do need to burn your opponent out with this deck, and comes up quite a bit. Over here on the sideboard, I've got a list of cards that didn't make the cut. And it's not because they're bad. It's what I want you to view this as is, this is the list that didn't do it for me. They got removed from the final version, but they work with the archetype and they have a place in some matchups and in some decks. So if you're building the budget version of this deck and you need to know what you could add for some of the cards that you're missing, these are some examples. Grim Initiate, good 1 mana 1/1 that when it dies you amass 1, is a good substitute in the 1-drop spot, along with Footlight Fiend. Both could replace Gutterbones if you don't have them, or if you want more cheap creatures in your build. Fireblade Artist is an uncommon, and it's not a very good card to me, but you could run it instead of Dreadhorde Butchers if you're short on those. Midnight Reaper is a card that gives you some nice death benefits. Could replace Judith or a Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, something like that. Legion Warboss is another excellent card that would fit in this deck perfectly if it weren't for Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, who fits in just a little bit better, but keep it in mind. Also, Rekindling Phoenix can certainly make an appearance. It's a little bit slower, and I don't know that it's the best in the meta right now, but it's a pretty good card and good sacrificial fodder, so if you need to fill a spot, Phoenix can do it, and got Eternal Bond too. As much as I love the idea of sacrificing a huge board of creatures to trigger my Mayhem Devil and my Judith 100 times, it just happens so rarely, and I'm only running 20 land, so slotting in a 5-drop would be what the pros call a little loose. So we're not going with that, but I can see wanting to take the deck in that direction, and I'm not here to put you down. All right, let's go play some games. I'm a percentage gamer. This hand might be good and it might be terrible. Let's find out. So you see the 99%, that means I'm outside of the top 1200 in Mythic, but I'm probably in the 1300 range. It's really hard to know without knowing exactly how many players are in Mythic, but 99% means I'm not in the top 1% of players. Once you get in the top 1% of players, you see a ranking from 1200 counting on down. So the joke, if you watch the Twitch, is being a percentage gamer means you're not as good as the other gamers. So I'm a percentage gamer. You go on vacation for a weekend, you end up 99%. Life is sad. Let's fire out a Priest of the Forgotten Gods to her death? Exalianos. Jungle Hollow, huh? Not what I expected. Alright. Well, this is a case where if we had 2 red, we could do more. Let's just get in there with our Butcher. It's kind of sad to see a Priest of the Forgotten Gods attacking, but I'll take it. We'll do what we can do here. What I'm curious about is if these lava coils will come up with a decent target from our opponent, who's led on Jungle Hollow, Swamp, Forest, Wildgrowth, Walker. Yeah, we're going to be targeting something. The question now is, would I rather be Legion's ending something? Because I could also get my Firebrand onto the battlefield. I think I like it. I don't know what else we're going to be Legion's ending. If the opponent has another Wildgrowth Walker, we get bonus. Doom Whisperer, Cavalier of Thorns, Blood for Bones, Path of Discovery. They're in trouble. I think we can get them very dead before they get to do all the cool stuff their deck is designed for. We see just a lot of 4 and 5 drops here. So we're going to lose if we give them time. Let's not give them time. There's the Path of Discovery. If our opponent finds another Wildgrowth Walker off the top, that will be strong. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then another 4 from the Dreadhorde Butcher is 8, 9, 10. It's close to lethal, but it isn't quite lethal, is it? What if I can I blow up the Wildgrowth Walker before the Path of Discovery resolves and then they don't gain the life? I think that's an option. So we need to leave this Priest of the Forgotten Gods ability available. We can play out another Gutter Bones. Just doing the math again, make sure I'm not a crazy person. And now Massacre Girl will... Well, I guess if our opponent goes for Massacre Girl, in response I can sacrifice my 1 toughness creatures. Alright, what do you do? Merfolk Branchy, sure. Interesting choice. Revealing another Branch Walker. I'm guessing this is at its core some kind of Bolus's Citadel deck. Alright, my turn. Chandra, but we can't cast you. Feels bad, yo. Alright. Actually, we'll just do it this way. Hiya. So, get in there. And then sack the Butcher. Will be good enough. Or we could double sack with the Priests. Either way, the victory. Staying a percentage gamer. Living the hard life. Yeah, that's a hand. It plays turn 2 Priest and sacrifices some things. Keeps something dead. That's a hand. We'll do it. Runaway Steam Queen. The names are getting better. Remember when there were all those, like, this is my gamer key code names? They're just, yeah, the code that you got to download the beta of Arena. Now we've got names like Runaway Steam Queen. Unfortunately, playing against Mono Red with Priest is not good, and neither is drawing another land off the top. but we'll make the opponent have the answer right away. Best to get this thing dead early and take up some of their turn, if that's the way it's gonna be. Okay, not yet dead. Gotta love it. Legion's End off the top. If I go for this, will the opponent respond by killing the Gutter Bones? I think they will, and then we can Legion's End. I guess I could attack first and see what the opponent does. No, I still get a point in for sure with the Firebrand at that point. Let's see what the opponent responds to this with. Resolves. Now, if I want to, I could well, I want to get my opponent to flex their Firebrand first. Let's get rid of that Steamkin, see what's in this hand. Out of there. So we see a pirate, we see 3 creatures. How are we gonna get you? So right now, the opponent eventually has to sacrifice this. They have to take out something. But do they take out the Firebrand? The Firebrand can be really helpful here. It can neutralize another creature on its own, but having 2 creatures neutralizes some creature on its own. I think the opponent's planning to Chain Whirl me next turn anyway, though. So is it better if I just sacrifice these now? If the opponent plays... okay. Well now, in this moment, since they took the block, which I did think that they'd take the block, but I think here we're just best off using the Priest. Getting a card out of the deal, and getting our Gutter Bones back in our hand. The opponent will get to target us with the Firebrand, which is a little sad, but we are a... the opponent was going to wipe them out with the Chain Whirler anyway, and now we are a creature off the top away from being able to use the Priest again next turn. And we found a Butcher, so it's something. Plus we get to get back our Gutter Bones this turn, which otherwise we wouldn't be able to. So does the opponent play the Chain Whirler, or do they play out their 2 smaller creatures? They go straight to Chains. It's bold. Bold move. All right. Well, we drew the Lightning Strike. I think it's better to get in with my Butcher then. A charged Butcher is a strong Butcher, and the opponent is short on removal at the moment, so let's take advantage. See if we can get this Butcher big enough to leave a real dent in the runaway Steam Queen. Boom. Pyromancy to the face. Lava Runner. So we can play the Gutter Bones, sack the Butcher, kill one thing, make the opponent sack another thing. We can also shock away the Viashino and see if the opponent wants to block the Butcher. I doubt they do. Seems like a good play. We can always use the Priest later if the opponent tries to interact with one of our creatures. And we've got a chump block. The Knights who say knee demand a sacrifice. Your turn. Let's see if the opponent finds this removal spell, and what will they point it at? They've been short of those. Here's another Fanatical Firebrand. It's been a bit of a pain. Goes after the face. We're lighting the stage, I suppose. And there is a shock, which the opponent has definitely been digging for. Shocking away the Priest, we will not give the Priest up. Yeah, we don't give this up. We want the Dreadhorde Butcher to keep putting in work and get bigger. And another one off the top is... disgusting draw. Opponent to 10 from the attack step. Let's get another Priest onto the battlefield. I'd also love a Judith or a Chandra at this point. We have removal spells in the graveyard and a lot going on. Chain Whirler takes out a Gutter Bones. Off the top. Didn't get there. Can't get back the Gutter Bones. We could attack with both. If the Chain Whirler blocked the Priest, the Butcher would become a 4. And the opponent would be at 6, and we get the Gutter Bones back. I actually think that's okay. If the opponent blocks the Butcher, it's a trade. It's kind of a tough call, but I think we do it. Target your Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler is their best creature. We do have to deal with it. And by the way, enough with the land. Enough with the land. Deck. I don't run 20 because I want to draw 6. A shock off the top. The red deck is trying to turn this thing around. 7th land. All right, we'll hold this one. Make the opponent think a little bit, but they don't have to think hard. We'd play just about anything we drew. Another Chain Whirler. What a draw the opponent has displayed. All right. We're just going to have to find a way to fight through it, find a more powerful card. A Chandra would be tremendous. Are we attacking with Gabo? We are. If the opponent takes any damage, it brings back Gutter Bones. Oh my goodness. It's a very deflating feeling, having those lands rolling in. It is not good. It is not the feeling you want. Opponent chooses to trade. Just 6 life left. And another Steamkin takes the field. A land off the top can get us back 2 Gutter Bones, but then we die to just about anything. Still, I think it's the only play we can actually make here, is hope that we're just not dead. Try to put the opponent back on the defense. I don't think that anything else makes much sense. Staying alive another turn is not really living. So if the opponent has a shock, they win. Light up the stage is almost certain victory. The last card in hand, it would make sense if it were an Experimental Frenzy or a Chandra. The 4-mana Chandra. But no, it's a Wizard's Lightning. The opponent was flexing. Always the worst feeling. I just hate that. I really do. All right, straight up, hit ya, hit ya. We gotta go for it. We're on the play. Seems like it's been a while. Let's try it out. All right, now what? Overgrown Tomb. So, our opponent gives us an opening. Let's jump through it. By all means, let's get him dead. Get in there, my friends. Opponent on a very slow start. This is where deploying your 3rd creature, you think about what they could have, and Cry of the Carnarium isn't dangerous to me. So we'll go straight into Mayhem Devil. 1, 2, 3. That's how the deck needs to do it. Now, the opponent must have kept some answers, something that does something in their hand, and we see a Jade Light Ranger revealing a Hydroid Crassus, making a 4/3. Here, see, if I sacrifice this, it does 2 damage. This does 2 damage. Let's go like this. Submit. And then we'll go Mayhem Devil your face. Get him. Super smart. That's magic. That's magic in 2019. Kill him faster, don't kill him at all. And that should do it. The opponent doesn't need to see the shock. The wins are fast. The losses are very not fast. Think fast thoughts. Could be excellent. We need to draw a mountain. Let's do it. Need that mountain off the top. Bam. You're not a mountain. At least we still have a turn 3 play on the Mayhem Devil. Even if we don't draw the beloved mountain. Here's a Paradise Druid. Ugh. Ah! Alright. Can't do anything about a freaking Hexproof Paradise Druid. I could attack with the Priest, but I don't think that's a good attack. Could just sacrifice the Mayhem Devil. Wow, the opponent is convinced they're going to lose the Paradise Druid anyway, and they chump. Holy cow. All right. You're my devil. Domri. Sacrificial Domri, I think. I mean, I can beat the crap out of it. All you die. Frickin' swamps. Frickin' swamps, you guys. Should just play mono red if I want to be able to cast Chandra on time, I guess. Hello. That's an annoying one. It's really tempting to throw this lightning strike. And then just anticipate that whatever I draw off the top, it will be a creature or it will be a red source. Or it will be a removal spell. The only draws in my deck that don't kill this next turn are the 2 remaining swamps. We're doing it. We're doing it. Alright. Yay.
Hey, don't start any fires without me. Hey, these little guys are great.
Alright, let's do it. Combo Nation. The opponent would block. I guess it's an 0-1, so I should have done that anyway, but yeah. Oh, I don't need to kill that. I've done it all wrong. Oh, I was too excited. Too excited to be effective. Oh, silly me. Why did I target it that way? Punt. Up the punt counter. Raise it by 1. Too excited. Phoenix returns. That is a frustrating situation. Oh my lord. So when does the token get made? I guess I can make more 1/1s. All right, let's go. Here's our elementals.
Go get 'em, buddies.
Pick on you. Submit those. All the damage goes to face. Now you're at 6. Give that up. Never gonna give you up. The opponent had to sacrifice the Phoenix, so that means they take 2 more. They go to 4. Then I use the mana, I play another Chandra, and we deal too much damage. God. Play badly, still win, never punished. Alright, normally I wait till after my video to make changes to my deck, but I made some changes right away here. I'm getting pushed around way too much by Esper decks in games that I find way too depressing to show you. So, in order to change that, or try to change it, I've subbed in a lot of Footlight Fiends and more Masks of Immolation and another Mayhem Devil, and I've taken out most of the removal spells. They were just sitting in my hand while Esper was Oath of Kaya-ing all my threats, and it was too depressing to endure anymore. So we're going with a much creature heavier version for the second part of the video, those of you still with me. I'll show you the deck at the end, the changes we made and what we came to. And this hand is really getting it right now. Like, we're doing it. Here's Chandra. What do you suppose the 2 mana is? I'm guessing Raise the Alarm. Could definitely be a Seal Away. Regardless, I'm not holding back. I can't hold back. Looks like we have some Raise the Alarm tokens. Let's see what they do. They're gonna pick on the Butcher. It's the biggest threat, so I get that. Down to just 11 already. And let's see, is a History of Benalia. It's a Prison Realm, able to go straight after the Chandra and really alleviate some of the pressure. Looks like green-white tokens. Gutter Bones in the house. Now I think we just run out all the 1-drops and hope to draw Judith off the top. Hello. Here they come. How you gonna hold up? What you got? What you gonna do? Bluff Settle. Bluff Settle's interesting. Do I fall for it? Nightpack Ambusher. That's not what I expected at all. Well, this hurts, but we're doing it. Yeah, the opponents on a brew. Opponents on brews are dangerous. They're gonna get mad value out of me right here because I walked into a Nightpack Ambusher. Sorry, I'm so used to playing around Settle. Nightpack, not so much. Raise the Alarm, Nightpack Ambusher, so it's... But it has Prison Realm, and it has Nissa. What am I dealing with? What is going on? No attack. It's kind of weird. Do I attack with these? I don't think so. Need something to chump with this Footlight Fiend. That life from the Blossoming Sands actually might be relevant. What is going on? Alright. Let's fire away. Fire away, fire away. More Raise the Alarm. Sure. I guess I could have equipped this first if I suspected a Raise the Alarm. Honestly, I didn't overthink it. Or I didn't think it enough, however you want to put it. Get him back out. The flood returns. Anytime you draw 5 lands on your 20-land deck, it feels like a flood. No matter how many lands the opponent has, I reserve my right to complain. Interesting choice. We do have to avoid taking too much damage, and this lets us pick off the token. Come on, Mayhem Devil, where art thou? See if you got another one. Another Raise the Alarm. Your third of the game. Are we playing around that? Why would we ambush in response to this? Doesn't make sense. So it must be something else. March of the Multitudes? You've got to be kidding me. Holy crap, wrecked. Hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometime magic don't feel like it should. Oh, what a wrecking today. On the draw. Does it mean I can't win? Should I reboot now? No. Let's wait just a second. Let's see what happens. Swamp. Have a Gutter Bones. Would you like to kill it? When it sticks like that, you know they've got something. Okay. That or they just play on full control. So, running out the Butcher into what might be like a full control style bluff, probably foolish. We'll go with the Mask, it's kind of low impact. Or if the opponent does kill this Gutter Bones, we can go with the Priest. No, they take the hit. Here's the Mask. But yeah, I'm slow rolling my valuables. it seems like either the opponent's going to play full control bluffs, which, I mean, 97% Mythic, the height of competitive Magic. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Now that I see that they're Grixis, though, I bet they are just full control, slow rolling me. Regardless, we should pace our threats. Cry of the Canarium's a particularly nasty one, Ritual of Soot. If the opponent's going to do nothing, we can just hurt them a bit, and then hit them later. What's up? Dang it, Grixis mages, come on now. Hey-ya. Flame Sweep. Alright, sacrifice, deal the point to you. Let's get Gutterbones back on the field and do it again. Let the endless pressure commence. Of course, Nikki B might have something to say about it. Is that a bolus I smell? No, not yet. Let's see, if I try to equip this, the opponent might, in response, kill it, and then I guess I get my Butcher in? Seems okay? There's the Disfigure. They held it the whole time. Shows how careful they plan to play this game. And they are taking their time. So, did you draw the land? Missed a land drop last turn. Does not shock yourself and go Bolus. Also, these two lands make it hard to play Bolus. It means the next, the 5 mana Planeswalker Bolus needs one more black. You gotta smell another removal spell, but I still think we start this way. Be devil. Take the damage. Get you back, play you again. Just keep it coming. Six lands is far from ideal. It's been a flood. We flooded a lot. But that's I mean, you're not going to go under 20 lands in a situation like this. It's just not practical. I think going to 20 is kind of aggressive. We definitely need to get to 3. We don't necessarily need 4, but we do have some mana sinks. Moving a mask around, if you want to call it that. So the opponent with a Thought Erasure, taking out the Priest, binning a Narset. I like the choice to bin the Narset. I do think we have a chance to get in here. But let's see if we can equip this, and if the opponent does anything, they do nothing. I'd still want to be careful with my Firebrands. They can keep the Gutterbones coming back over and over, and if the opponent has Ritual Soot or Cry of the Canarium, we're in trouble. Now, the way that they've played it so far implies that they may not, and we've seen a Flame Sweep, which might imply they don't even play those cards. So there is something to be said about just going for it. I think at least I could play one. And then have the other as a way to get the Gutterbones back if anything happens here. If the opponent wants to spend their turn at this point thought erasing away the last Fanatical Firebrand, that won't make me too sad. Takes up their mana, they take some damage for it. Here's a Discovery. Trying to find the right cards. I imagine their hand is like Nicol Bolas 5 mana Planeswalker, and probably another Nicol Bolas 5 mana Planeswalker. It's definitely not Ritual Soot or Cry of the Canarium now, and that land doesn't cast the Nikki B. Another Butcher. I think we just get in there now. Our opponent has exposed the weakness. Got you at 3. If this mask suits up, it's victory. So the mask can move over to the butcher, sacrifice a butcher. That'll be game. And we got there. We'll try it. I don't love it. I need to draw a 2-drop, but if I draw a priest or a butcher, the hand is really good. So we'll give it a try. Plus we have Devil, Chandra, the tag team. Gutterbones on 1 to start the party. A lightning strike. It's not terrible. And for having no blood crypts and no dragon skull summits, the mana's going to work out. Opponent not feeling as great about their hand. They've mulliganed it away. We got a 62 card deck, I think. What a renegade. What a monster. And no sleeves. How did you get to Mythic? I'm being sarcastic. I don't know if any of you out there figured this out about me. It's just one of my features. Not a bug, it's a feature. Summit off the top. Flood. Alright. Slam. Let's go. Didn't get that 2-drop. Didn't get any creature to play on 2. And with so many creatures in the deck, that's absolutely shocking to me, but it happens. Let's power out Chandra. And let's do some work. Let's pressure that life total. Judith on top of this. Gonna be a lot of damage very quickly. So, Bant, what are you doing? Prison Realm. Not the first time that's happened to me today.
You're toast.
Yeah. Dang it. And to the top. Good draw. So, here's Judy. Here's Fanatical Firebrand. In for 5. Down to 9 with 3 points in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish damage on the field. Throw on a Mayhem Devil, that's 5. Throw on another way to sacrifice. It's really close. Opponent takes 2. It better be good. Whatever you've got to do, you better believe it can bring you back. Hydroid Crassus. I don't know if that's it. Just being real. Alright, let's pick on you. Trigger Mayhem Devil. And trigger Judy. And Lightning Strike the face. You can concede now or let me attack. I accept either. Yeah, when the deck wins, it wins fast. When it loses, you're in a meat grinder. Redemption Arc. Trying to get out of being percentage gamered. Am I going to draw a red source off the top? We got a pair of drops before the red source, but after that my hand isn't great anyway, so let's mulligan. London mulligan, hear my cry. Creature, Chandra, Judy, love it all. Do I dare bottom the land? The way that my day has been going, it feels like bottoming the land is good, but I feel like bottoming the Footlight Fiend is the smart play. The actual smart play. We're waiting for our opponent. They're making some decisions of their own. Alright, keep that 6. Send away the little guy. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop or another 1-drop creature. Something to fill the curve. Opponent in the tank already. What you doing? Oh god, more Esper? It's been an Esper day, let me tell you. I haven't shown... I've deleted most of those videos because they're too infuriating. Oh my god. Alright, come on. Let's go, Chandra. We've never had Chandra early against them either, so... hopefully she can help us apply some pressure without getting... just being an easy Oath of Kaya target. Or Teferi 3, which have been the 2 big deals so far. Whoa! Our opponent thinks outside the box. What the hell is this? Flood. God. Also Flood. What the hell? But let's keep in it. Down to 10, halfway. half dead. What do you do with all this? What's cooking? Only the best card in Standard, apparently.
Hey, I'm meditating here.
3 straight lands off the top.
Don't worry. I brought
That's okay. We still have the stuff. And the opponent scoops it up. Wait, they went from 13 to -1? Screenshot that. What just happened? Okay. That... I almost need to keep it because of the -1 thing. Alright, Redemption Arc. Almost back. I guess. Butcher into Chandra's pretty strong. Priest into Chandra's pretty strong, depending on the matchup. So, on turn 2, we're going to be trying to figure out what our opponent is playing from exactly 1 turn of action, and deciding whether to Butcher it or Priest it. Green is Priest. Green is Priest. 100%. Green, blue. Growth Spiral. Okay. Okay. Might have been wrong. Might have been wrong, but we're going to do this anyway. Still is a good clock.
No. Hey.
Alright, so we
They're great.
attack with the 1/1s, get that damage in, then activate the Priest. Sack those, draw the bonus card. Wow, a playable. There aren't many things we can use the 2 black to play in the deck, so drawing a card we could play was actually really sweet. The route is circuitous. Yo. Alright. Ooh, the opponent fetches a basic forest. That could be a mistake. Now they have 2 of them. They won't get zombies as early as they think. This is a lot of damage. Sneaking out Mayhem Devil would be nice. But, like, this is so much damage.
Don't worry. I brought company.
Hiya! Trigger. Drain them. Give up our little guys. And I kept this Priest around because I may want to do these. That hits for 6 and goes up to 4 mana. I don't think that's good enough, so I'm just going to keep the Priest available. But the opponent's going to scoop it up right then and there. Yeah, we were going to close that game. It looks like we're not there yet. They didn't put us out of percentage gamer land. We need one more win as the pendulum is swung back in our favor. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Right now. Uncut. Back against the wall, baby. Be on the play. Be on the play. Fighting a Nicole Bolas avatar. We know it's a control deck. Opponent goes first. Hand is not great. I flooded so much today. It's like keeping a 4-lander just feels like a concession, even with like the curve. Better. And I'm gonna put away the mountain. If I draw... God, if I draw 3 mana Chandra, though, that's so much regret. And this card is not exactly broken in this context. We have a lot of them in the deck. We can draw another. Opponent did say hello. Will be nice. But they're probably just another Scapeshift mage. Hard to tell. Temple of Mystery can be in a few things these days. Oh, it burns. I think I'm just always going to bottom land with the London Mulligan for the rest of time. I think the land magnetism, read up on the conspiracy theory on Reddit, but I think the land magnetism in Arena too strong. It's too strong. Just always make sure you draw more land. Well, we're going to get onto the board. Our opponent hasn't done too much yet, and it looks like we're up against Kethis. So That's something. Shock yourself. What do you do? What does 1 mana do for that deck? Do you have a Mox Amber? Oops. Okay. That sounds like you've got something up your sleeve. But let's take out the Fibblethib so we don't have to think about it. It's not in the way, so we get to grow our team. Is that another land off the top? 3 straight land? Oh no, there was a Firebrand in there. Still, come on. 5 lands, 4 spells. All right, not gonna complain about it, just gonna figure out how to win, right? That's good tactics. That's good magic. No, not that card. This card has been an absolute torment to me all day. All right, not a land off the top, not a land. How about a Chandra? Chandra would be nice, Judy would be nice. Weird choice. Don't think you play that one at that point. Let's go ahead and send these. Leave up the activation to catch the Kethis if we're given that opportunity. Our opponent at 8. Teferi the Time Raveler, yeah. Okay. Can't interact no more. What does Teferi do? Take out the priest? And if so, bounce the Oath of Kaya.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Sure. Don't think you have the mana to play it though. We just need, like, there's so many draws in our deck that are lethal from here. Or the scoops. Or the scoop of sadness. That is also a play. Yes! No longer percentage gamer. We did it with RAKDOS. And I would say epic gaming 0 death moment, but I know it's not true. There were many deaths. There were many deaths. We dug a nice deep hole into the mid-90s and then rallied back to Y2K. Let's take a look back at the deck. So I cut the Lava Coils, I cut the Legion's End. The deck was just too reactive, and I played a lot of Esper and a lot of things without the targets when all I really wanted to be doing was get on the board and assemble like a certain combination of cards, Mayhem Devil and some sack fodder. I'm still not sure about this card. It gets kind of a meh for me. Probably don't need 4 for sure. You could throw in Fireblade Artist, I guess. I still think that's a very weak card, but it might be better than all 4 masks. Mayhem Devil. They get stronger in multiples, but they only work with very specific cards. You need Priest, or you need Mask. Chandra is also good. If they can sort of stick around till the end step, that's fine. And Judith is good. Like, the deck is what it is. I actually cut a swamp to try to make the land draws better, and you saw, I'm still kind of amazed at how the magnetism works, and I think all my London mulligans will be land bottoms until I'm proven otherwise now, because I thought I was being smart. Apparently I'm being dumb, but that just means we learned something today. Another card you might want to consider, it would be the Bone Splinters that hits Planeswalkers. What is it called? Spark Harvest. You might want a couple of these. It does have an alternate cost, which is nice, and it can hit Planeswalkers, which is a big deal. So, just something to consider. I hope you enjoyed Judith Priest's redemption arc, getting us from the 99% down into the mid-90s and coming back. I'm probably not featuring a lot of the losses. They were too painful. They left scars in my soul. Just picture, okay, for every time that you say, but I want to see the loss, just picture an expert control deck killing every creature ever played and then winning by taking Planeswalkers up for 20 minutes. Not compelling YouTube, in my opinion, although I know some people like it. Thanks to our sponsor, Cool Stuff Inc., and thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.